All right, so I'm Jackson Mayer. First question: what is important to you about where you are from? So I'm from Oak Run, which is about 45 minutes east of Reading. It's in like the foothills, kind of halfway between Burnie and Reading. Something important to me about growing up there that I think gave me appreciation for it was definitely just living in nature. I was definitely being like half an hour to 45 minutes away from town, and if you call Reading a town, I was definitely disconnected a lot, I would say, from a lot of my friends. So there wasn't a lot of I couldn't just go to a friend's house or something. So I was for a long time it was just me and the woods. So there wasn't a lot to do besides being in nature. So I guess I have an appreciation for nature. Number two, what skills have you learned from jobs that you've had? So I've worked in two major places. I worked at McDonald's for 3 years, and then right now I'm working at Safeway, and it's been about I want to say 8 months. So definitely working in the fast food and grocery industry. I've definitely it's definitely humbled me. I think the biggest thing was I've been made aware of a lot of different the different kinds of people that there are in our society, and how to deal with those people, and to realize that not all people are nice, and not all people are good people, or that they are aware of other people and how they can affect other people. I've definitely had my fair share of Karens or bad customers, so it's definitely a humbling experience to be in that, and I think in the end it'll make me a better person. Um, Number four, what kind of work? Number three, why did you choose your major, and how do you see yourself applying it to your career in the near future? I chose the social science majors because I want to be a high school history teacher or high school social science teacher, any kind of that stuff. Because I like understanding people in all aspects. So history, geography, government, all just kind of world aspects, and society is in that way. Um, and I think it really prepares me for. I mean, I have to teach the subject, so I have to know what it entails, and I should be able to understand, I guess, where people are coming from, where what people are like, and how they interact with society. Uh, Number four, what kind of work would you give you a sense of purpose or achievement? Like I said, I want to be a teacher. I think that teaching is it's not the highest paying job, but it's definitely, I think it's a rewarding job. It's definitely a hard job. Both my parents are teachers, so I'm aware of the downsides of teaching. But I want to show my students, I guess, to have the optimist in me. I just want to show my students the complexity of the world, and prepare them for. We're definitely in a more global society, and they need to be prepared for that. And they need to understand how other people think and act, and how they are. They can't just live in a bubble anymore. It's not possible. You just can't live in a bubble. And I think you're a better person for getting out of that bubble. I think you're a better person in general. Um, Number five, how do you spend your free time? What kind of things do you do for self care? Um, Before COVID, I traveled a lot. I've been to five other countries besides America, and I've been all over the U.S. as well. I'm definitely a lot more well traveled than some people, and I think it's very important for people to travel in general, because it gets, like I said, it gets them out of that bubble. Right now, because of the virus, I can't really travel that much. I mean, I went to like Mount Shasta for my birthday a couple last week, so that's probably the farthest I've been in a while. Um, but I want to say one of my more recent hobbies I've definitely increased a lot, just because I can do it online and order them and stuff and find them. I started collecting coins and foreign coins and banknotes, so I have a pretty wide collection. I have probably over like 500 different coins and over 150 different banknotes from all over the world, many different countries. Actually, I have one I was dealing with right now during class. That's a Taiwanese. I think they're yuans or something, from 1960. So I collect them, and it's interesting to me, because you can kind of understand the history and the culture of the people. Um, for things to do for self care, I try to be outside as much as possible. I don't like being caught in this room as much as I like online, as much as I'm on my phone. I try to do stay outside and do stuff. Um, Number 6, which religious or spiritual beliefs and practices are important to you and why? I was raised Jewish. I'm not religiously. Neither of my parents are like super religious, but we followed a lot of the holidays, Hanukkah, Passover, and it's definitely part of my identity. I definitely view the world, especially America, it's definitely more of a Christian society. I can view it from outside perspective, and I feel definitely strongly attached to my heritage. And it provides me a window from the outside, and I can definitely look at our society as a whole, through that. Um, Number 7, how do you connect your ancestors and the communities they come from, and which traditions do you practice associated with beliefs you've learned from your family? Um, like I said, couple of holidays. I'm not devoutly religious, so I don't practice all the holidays. But I got a menorah. I classify myself as a Jew. I took a DNA test. I'm like 55% Ashkenazi, which is the ethnically Jews from Europe, Eastern Europe. Most of my family's from Russia and Poland and Hungary. We're from the Jewish Eastern European zone. So I view myself as pretty Jewish. Others might, because my non-religious my being non-religious, they probably wouldn't, but I don't care. I view myself as a Jew. I think it's more of a cultural thing than a religious thing. It's definitely its own thing, and that definitely it allows me to connect to my ethnicity and my heritage and to understand them better, I guess. In which ways have you been affected by the current political climate in the U.S.? Like I said, as a Jew and as a student of history, I definitely can see a lot of parallels, especially with the rise of populism. And I think it's just kind of sad that we do see this again, rise in populism. And this is again a thing as an outside perspective. I can definitely see just the amount of people, how easy it is for people to fall for this kind of stuff. And it's, especially in the modern age, it's definitely made it a lot easier for populists to grow and to gain influence. But I think we'll probably be okay. So far, humanity has done all right. Number 9, besides the COVID-19 pandemic, what do you think is the most important issue that people globally face today? I would say, I guess, climate change. I'm going to say, like, within my lifetime, we're going to see drastic change, especially, I think, both politically, culturally, or all kinds of, just environmentally, all kinds of things are definitely going to drastically change. And I think we're probably not prepared, and hopefully it'll go okay. And I'm sure our species is going to survive, but I think it will definitely be a hard time for a lot of people, just with scarcity of resources, all that kind of thing. We're going to have to learn to adapt. Definitely.